Welcome, YouTube friends and family, to today's Let's Cool Off Adventures of the Wellness Homesteader. So I wanted to get this video out to you before, at least Ohio is forecast to have quite a heat wave. And just because it's hot doesn't preclude us from eating, for sure. If you don't want to do takeout, or you're tired of cold cuts or just salads, but you want something hot and you don't want to heat up your house, what do? Well, you have to stay tuned to find out. So I was doing a little research here this morning, and I have, of course, a half oven or a full-size oven. I think most of us have at least a full-size oven, right? And then I have the Ninja air fryer. And I did a little research because not only does it cook things faster for me, it uses a lot less electricity. So the Ninja air fryer uses 1,500 watts, while an oven uses anywhere from 2,500 to 5,000. So not only are you going to save some money by utilizing an air fryer, you can do so many things with an air fryer. It's really pretty amazing. But you're also going to not put so much heat into the house. So I know that Ninja makes a air fryer that mounts outside. For me, I could simply cook outside. We are pre-heat wave this morning, so I thought, well, let me share with you this quick and easy and delicious dinner that you can make to beat the heat. So let me kind of come around here, and I'm going to tip you down. I know you've all seen chopping before. So this is a chicken, sausage, and vegetable bake, I'll call it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have a pretty good size, like 3/4 of a white onion. I love me some roasted onion for sure. So I am just gonna go ahead and chop that up to start with. The other good thing about this is, say you don't like onion, you don't have to put onion in it. Say that you really love onion and you want more onion, you can put more onion in it. So this isn't so much a recipe as just a method of making a delicious dinner. And I will share that I like to watch Beauty and the Beast. Okay, one for the floor. Beauty and the Beastons. And she does a lot of air frying, and they have the outdoor air fryer thing too. But she also has 4 young children, and I don't. So I don't need to do quite as much cooking as she does. The next thing, and I have pre-washed all my veg in some Thieves fruit and vegetable wash. So I have these tender little potatoes, and I think I decided on 5. And they need to be used, so I'm hoping they will taste all right. They're getting a little soft. They were in the refrigerator. I do put potatoes in the refrigerator. A lot of people don't. It does change the amount of starch to a degree, so they're a little starchier when they've been refrigerated. Starch good. Okay, and I am leaving the peel on because I don't mind the peel, but you could use, regular Idaho potatoes, but you do want to chunk them up. So like this size I'm making into 4. Oh, here's another tater. And I am picking out any eyes that have started. And I think I'm going to cut out just a little bit of that peel that doesn't look terribly appetizing. So you could do sweet potatoes, you could use corn, you can use about anything you want in this as long as it appeals to you. So I have these colorful sweet peppers, and I'm just going to cut them in half, take out the seeds inside, and this was another thing in my fridge that I needed to use up. I think I've struggled a little bit more since I'm not doing like a pantry challenge with making sure that I get through all of my food before it's you know, kind of past its best by date. So we may be getting close to another pantry challenge. And that onion we will just not use. So if you like it really super spicy, you could maybe de-seed a jalapeno and put it in there. Really, the sky's the limit, guys. You can do about anything you want. I love peppers, onions, and like kielbasa. However, kielbasa being a little bit higher in saturated fat. Sorry about the dinging, guys. I thought, well, let's try something a little less fatty. And I'm going to share with you in just a moment what meat that I'm going to be using. So drop me a comment below. Are you in the path of the heat wave? Y'all have a tendency to pay attention to my area and not US-wide trends. I don't watch television. I don't watch the news. I read my news, and unless it's newsworthy, I usually don't know what's going on in the rest. And this has a little bit of seed that I need to wash off here. Okay. Oh, goodness. Another option would be, you know, you could grill this if you have a grill or if you have a camp stove where you want to, you know, maybe cook this in a cast iron skillet. You can do that, but I love my air fryer. And this is only going to take 20 minutes, so it's good when you're hangry. And guys, I hate to admit it, but I'm almost always hungry. I need a appetite suppressant. Just kidding. I need better control. But, you know, when you're trying to use up fresh things out of your garden, maybe you're in a warmer or further south zone than I am. Maybe you already have fresh peppers, some potatoes, some onions. I'm close to having a couple onions of my Walla Wallas, but I don't even have blooms on my peppers, unfortunately. Oh, that's just a hole in it. I thought I was fighting with the seed. All right, 2 more peppers, and then we'll talk about the meat, because I'm kind of excited about this. So I've learned with being diabetic that I've had to alter my diet a bit. I thought getting rid of sugar would be the most challenging. It really isn't. I think more importantly for me, also having high cholesterol, is, you know, finding healthy alternatives and not just eating like, you know, red meat or things that are very high in cholesterol like that, animal fats. And I found that I absolutely love ground chicken. I love it. Now my son's trying to get me to mix it half and half with ground turkey, even though I dislike turkey. He was like, Mom, I promise you won't be able to tell. And I'm like, I think I will because of the texture situation. To me, turkey is rubbery, but, you know, we may give it a shot. I'll make myself. But at any rate, Aldi has a lot of good ground chicken that's hormone, antibiotic, free range chickens, you know, good stuff. And so I actually found, let me share the product with you. And yep, I couldn't wait and I ate one. I found these apple chicken sausage. No nitrates or nitrites, so that's what is a lot of times added for flavoring. And it's chicken raised with no antibiotics or hormones. It is, sorry guys, 170 calories, 2.5 grams of saturated fat, 630 milligrams of sodium, so it's not exactly a low sodium. The ingredients are chicken, dried apples, brown sugar, apple juice concentrate, and then salt, spices, da-da-da. So it's a pretty clean product. I have 3 of these, and I'm going to cut them like I would a kielbasa, kind of on an angle. Get all fancy with it. And these are also fully cooked. So what we're really aiming to do in this dish is heat the meat, but cook the veg. So I'm going to turn around here and I'm going to roast, temperature at 400. And I'm gonna set the timer for 22 minutes. So let's go ahead and put our chicken sausage in here. Now, I ate one of these like a hot dog. They are sweet. It's not super sweet, but it's a little on the sweet side. So I want to savory this up a little bit. And as you see, you can see the chunks of apple in there. So we have all of our ingredients here in this bowl. I am going to put a very small drizzle of avocado oil. And avocado oil has a higher melting point than olive oil. Well, that's going to be the end of that. So when heated, it doesn't have a tendency for the bond, the chemical bond, to flip and be a bad kind of fat. Let me just say that. Now I am going to use some garlic salt. The chicken sausage is not salty to the taste, and I'm also going to use this, guys. I did not invent this name. It's called Flavor God. It's ranch seasoning. Pretty amazing and fairly clean. Garlic, buttermilk, onion, sea salt, black pepper, yeast extract, parsley, dill weed. That's it. And I like this on all sorts of things. So we'll add a little bit of that. We'll give everything a good toss. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to push start. Pardon me. I'm just gonna mix this all up really good. Now I like to use these liners. And this is gonna make a gracious plenty, y'all. This is gonna be a few meals for me. It just makes cleaning your air fryer a little easier. I will share, I bought those from Temu. Let me speak a minute about Temu here. So I'm not on here to dog out Temu. However, I've decided I'm all set on ordering from Temu and I'm not going to do it anymore. You know, of course, it's all imported from China. Nothing against China. I just choose, when I can, to try to order US-based American products when I can. All right, guys, this is going to be heating up. I'm going to put the 2 little paper trays in there, and then it's going to cook for 20 minutes. I will probably stir it once, check it a few times. I'm hoping the potatoes will get done enough in that time. If not, we'll add a little bit of time. I'm going to bring you back for a taste test, but before we do any of that, while you're waiting, I'm going to share some video from my trip up to my son's, where we opened up his pool. We went shopping. He cooked for me. We had the absolute best time. That kid wears me out, though. So I definitely want to share that with you. So just be a second for you and enjoy this little slice of life with my son, who's 39, who lives about 3 hours north of me. So I hope you enjoy it. Good morning, YouTube friends and family. As you probably all guessed, I have been spending the weekend here with my son. I'm getting ready to head home in not too long, but I need some coffee first. But I wanted to share with you one of my son's passions. He chooses not to be videoed, which I understand, and y'all excuse my appearance. But anyway, so here we go. My son is a big fan of cactus and those type flowers. This I've always called, and no disrespect, a wandering Jew. Not sure what that's called, but he has some really unique, and he has plant lights on them, really unique cactus. This was a bowl from my mother's funeral, so you know, he's had it for a year, and it's bloomed a couple times, but I think these are so neat. They look like little mouths. It's got some beautiful
different types of cactus. That is I think it's a Thanksgiving cactus, but he's had that bloom as well. And then just all manner of, different types. And as you see, my son is a neatnik. Everything is always super neat here. He has been working, and you'll notice there's no furniture spread around. And the reason for that is he's still waiting on carpet. Now this is carpet squares over the cement floor, and he is debating on whether or not he wants to replace those. And then I want to show you this, because he's like, this is the ugliest thing I've ever seen. But it really reminds me, oh Lord, y'all, I don't know where lights are. Okay, here we go. So this tile, and yes, it's in bad shape, was the exact same tile that was in my parents' house where I grew up. He says it's pink. It comes off beige. I think ours might have been a little bit lighter, but he's got this nice storage room. Then back here, there's also another room. I won't take you in there. And then, his laundry room. So he has a ton of room in this house. Another project he worked on is he has stripped all the carpet off the stairs. So they had dogs and cats, and there was a bit of an animal smell. So he is going to primer these just to ensure that any smell is, sealed in. And then over here, y'all, very nice curtains, but this is where all of his infrastructure is. So I hear the timer for the coffee. I'm gonna go get some coffee, and I'll check in with y'all later. Well, good morning again from Northeast Ohio. It's an overcast morning, but they're forecast to get a little rain today. And I'll be heading home, so I'm not gonna see the rain. This is what is behind my son's house. And so there are cows and horses, and you can probably hear a rooster crowing in the background. Lots of people have chickens. He's been able to gather a lot of the rocks and such from the property to kind of build a little fence. This big boulder, of course, they did when they replaced the septic system, and they did it with a backhoe type thing. And he's slowly working his way through. Y'all, they left so much crap here, so much wood, and he's been burning in his burn pile. But they had thrown a lot of metal things like springs and things that are never going to melt. So slowly but surely, he has really worked hard on getting things together. So, y'all, this is what they did when they put in the new septic system. They still have one thing they're going to have to come out and fix. It's called a lift station. I don't know anything about septic systems, and we've been talking about how to trim this Japanese maple. It's got a little bit of dead wood in it, but by far and large, it's healthy. So he's gonna get someone with a backhoe to smooth out his yard. We did get the pool opened. He is dealing with some mineral issues because he has high iron in his water, and all of his little flowers. He has sprayed for these weeds. He's waiting for them to die. Lots of hostas, lots of lilies. This is the pump chlorinator and filter. But let me show you this. He will be vacuuming today. You can see where the pool ladder was, but you may notice that the floor looks yellow. It was the color of mustard yesterday. So we went to the pool place, got some chemicals. So he'll be scooping that and then vacuuming the whole pool. They did leave some floats behind that I think with a little maybe OxyClean can clean up some of the staining on it, but they're nice floats. So yeah, he's making great progress, and it's just such a peaceful place. He doesn't have to deal with the traffic noises that I have to deal with. I will share that he's got really, really nice neighbors. I got to meet them yesterday. They have a gorgeous pool. I don't want to show too much. Hello, rooster. But he's just made great strides. Still waiting on the carpet. So until the carpet comes in, and looky here, tomato. He's not arranged his furniture, which has been an inconvenience. They said about 8 weeks, so should be pretty soon. So just wanted to share a little bit. I'm very proud of my son. I'm proud of everything he's accomplished. I didn't show you some of the really bad stuff, but he's really made great strides. I also wanted to show you guys a lovely back patio. And I sat here last night in the chair, and the breeze was just amazing. We had an amazing meal. My son is a better cook than I, don't tell him. But he really is. And this is just some of his pool stuff he's getting ready to use, of course. But they left all the soffitting material for him. They just never finished it. So he is looking for someone to help him with that. So if you're in Northeast Ohio, and that's your business, hit me up.
All right, y'all. Here are our 2 containers of a very fast and very delicious meal. So some of the sausage got extra brown. I ended up turning it down to 375, like halfway through. And the potatoes got fully cooked. But let's give it a taste and see if it has that nice air-fried charbroiled. It's really hot, y'all. Wow. Ooh, hot. The meat caramelized. I'm sure the apples and the sugar in it. Let's try an onion. They get so sweet. So yeah, I have some pretty well done pieces, but and a pepper. Y'all, this is a winner. Minimum of dishes. Heat all contained in the air fryer. Took me only 20 minutes. And I even turned it down a little bit, so maybe I used less than 1500 watts. But very good, satisfying, but yet will not heat up your house the same as, you know, full-on cooking a meal in the oven. So I hope you all are staying cool. I hope you are well, healthy, and blessed. Do me a big favor, smash that like button on the way out, and I will see you all again next week. But until then, be healthy, be well, be blessed, and take care.